Now I found this pretty funny the last time. Fun to do. It wasn't necessarily funny like looking at memes or something, but it was pretty fun to do. So we are looking at another Am I the Asshole? This one is from
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. It's from a pomegranate. Pomegranate. Fuck. Alright. Doesn't matter. Am I the asshole for repeating back what he said to me? Me, female from 24, who's 24 years old, and my boyfriend, 29 male. We're sat on the sofa when I mentioned how bloated I am. I just ate a huge serving of pasta. Pretty good. Pretty good. He turns and says, you look 4 months pregnant, which is always nice to say. Look, fellers, somebody gave you a little old man advice, right? Even though I'm 19. But in the internet things, I'm like ancient. Listen to me. Listen to me. There's a few things you always want to say to your wife. Always say, you look kind of fat. Always, when she's angry, always say, calm down and are you on your period or something? They love that one. Women love it when you say that. So they come with like a very real problem and you're like, hey, like relax. Are you on your period or something? Come on. It's just your woman emotions acting up. They love it. Alright, you should say those things always. So this guy is already starting off good, saying you look 4 months pregnant. I think it's a very good thing to say to your girlfriend or wife or something. Definitely smart. So she said, yeah, well, you look 8 months pregnant. Ooh. Ooh! Kill him! I just spit all over my mouse mat. Damn. He's taken massive... Okay, I want to do like this. He's taken massive offense to my reply back stating because I'm not actually fat and that he was joking. His comment was okay, however, because he's on the larger side and struggles with his weight, I shouldn't have said that. That sentence makes literally like no sense, but I still understand it because I'm a galaxy brain. Super smart, super cool, handsome, of course. My hair doesn't reflect it, but I'm very handsome, as you can tell, obviously. Do you want to go on a date with me? Ignore the voice crack, because I'm very lonely. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. He's on the larger side, just like me. You can't see it, but there's belly over here, right? And it's kind of bouncy when I do certain stuff. And I hate it, but, you know, I'm working on it. And, one thing that I think, you know, because I do think sometimes, is if you're gonna say something, alright? If you're gonna throw punches, you gotta be able to take them. It's kind of how it works in social situations. Like maybe you're autistic and then you don't really understand. And that is fine. I had a lot of trouble with that growing up. But like, you know, for next time. I replied back saying you shouldn't have said that in the first place then and take it as you will. That actually makes kind of sense. Why would you tell your girlfriend she looks 4 months pregnant? I.e. saying she's fat. That's not good. He said that there's things you shouldn't joke about if the other person is self-conscious about it. So I replied back saying if he's so self-conscious about his weight then he shouldn't be joking about other people's weight regardless or of if they're self-conscious about it or not. That's pretty cool. That's pretty making sense right now. Also, how do you know that she's not self-conscious? You know, maybe not to the same extent, but I'm pretty sure like 99% of the people, like at least like thinks about it sometimes. Like, maybe I could lose like a little bit of fat, or maybe I could get like a little bigger biceps, or maybe I could be a little bit fitter, you know? Get out of breath too fast. So that's pretty dumb. He said he will starve himself for 2 weeks because of the comment. Now, here's where I'm gonna throw some wisdom on you. Since I am, of course, a social genius and I know everything there is to know about the world, he's manipulating the fuck out of you right now. Holy shit. Like, I get it's not a fun thing to hear, but first of all, you started. You said it. You said it first. You said it first. And like we said, if you're gonna do throw hands, you gotta take hands. And jerk yourself off. And he's like, well, because you were mean, I'm gonna starve myself. Because you don't think you're wrong, so I'm gonna do something extreme. So you are gonna feel guilty because you're not feeling guilty enough to my liking. So I'm gonna do something and then you're gonna feel guilty. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm really mad. And I'm hoping that now that I stormed off, because he stormed off and shut himself in the bedroom because he can't believe what I said to him and demanded an apology. I did apologize twice and my ass on the situation. So he stormed off and he's hoping that you're begging him soon to be like, I'm so sorry, baby, please let me back in. And then he's gonna feel like he's in the right, so he doesn't feel bad about himself, because he knows he's wrong, actually, but he's never gonna admit that, because he's a little bit, I'm assuming a lot of things here, because he's a little bit narcissistic. And then when you are really like, I'm so sorry, because he's manipulated you into doing that, instead of letting you have your own opinion, then he's gonna feel some sort of superiority over you, like, yes, you're wrong and I'm right, because you had to apologize. I'll tell you how I know all this. It is because I naturally, with my first girlfriend, I was also sometimes did things that were kind of manipulative. And I was I called myself sometimes. I was like, you're being a really big asshole right now. I don't know how she put up with me, but I'm always really thankful for her, because she let me learn a lot about myself. Not even that she was like really calling out me for being manipulative. It was just kind of, I was looking back and I was like, God damn, you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole, man. You gotta fix that, because that's not okay. And that's why, if you make a mistake like this, I believe in second chances, because I learned from it. And that means that you can too. So this guy, what you need to do, alright, what you need to do in this situation is stand firm and call it out. Just say it. Like, that's a manipulative tactic, and I won't stand for it, because I do believe that I am in the right here, and you're not gonna guilt trip me into saying that you're right. And she even apologized already, so like, I don't know what he wants from her. This guy says, not the asshole, not nice to joke about people's weight, and you can't act butthurt when someone does it back to you. That makes sense. I feel like socially that's yes, right? Yeah. I wonder if anyone else is looking at this a little manipulatively, like he's a little bit manipulative. Does that? Am I the only one who thinks that? Or, like, maybe I'm crazy, right? But I don't know. How sure are you that this is a grown man? Because I'm not convinced. Thank you, because that's really cool. Didn't anyone ever tell him not to throw stones if his house made out of glass? That's a good one. I haven't seen that. That's pretty cool. So anyway, what's the conclusion? First I'm gonna upvote. I like this one. What's the conclusion? We're not sure he's a grown. Maybe she's dating a 14-year-old and she's actually fully in the wrong. Because if you're like 14, then maybe this is understandable. I gotta say as well, by the way, because I was saying like how I could be a little bit manipulative, but I was also like 16 or something. Oh, actually, I'm a dumbass because it says here 29. So this is a 29-year-old man. Now, we all know 25 is where your brain is usually done, doing stuff like learning, like developing, growing, And so he's 29. So he's had 4 years to marinate with a fully developed brain. So we can assume that this guy should know that he is an asshole right now. Please, lady, you're not seeing this. I know that, but let's say you were, right? Do not apologize. Stand firm, because if you fall into it and you're gonna say sorry, not sorry, sorry. You have been successfully manipulated, and that is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. Because then he's going to be able to do that more, and he shouldn't be able to do that more. And the relationship going to turn quite toxic. And then you never know what might happen. You never know. I'm not saying he's abusive, but this type of stuff is the first step. Right? It is the first step. So end it where it begins. Kill it while it's still a baby, like I do always. Kill babies, and then if you kill babies, you won't get into a toxic relationship. I know this may sound weird, but if there's a baby, just kill it. And then your relationship will turn out great. I feel like this makes total sense. For legal reasons, because I can't believe I have to say this, but for legal reasons, don't kill babies, and I don't kill babies, and no one should kill babies. What makes you an asshole is that instead of communicating to him that you made similar joke, no, full all the situations, not temporary. Being fat is also you can lose fat, massive difference. It clearly means huge, not a cute little bump. So here, yeah. Both of you have something to learn. That makes sense. It's very idealistic to say that, right? Like, but you should have, but like, look, that's not how social situations work. Right? You gotta be prepared for that. Because you're a grown man. We're not talking about children here. You're a grown man. So fucking deal with it. Fuck me, dude. Alright, I'm gonna end the video before I start going on weird rants. Like, I already went kind of weird with the whole killing baby stuff. And we gotta prevent that it gets any weirder. So, goodbye.